Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Golden Gloves Chat Show. With me this week, my special guest, CEO of Golden Gloves, Mr. Rodney Berman. Rod, it's been a long time since we've had you as our special guest.
I've never been. Hello.
You haven't been? Well, welcome. First time as our special guest on the Golden Gloves Chat site, CEO Mr. Rodney Berman. Rod, I've got to ask you the obvious question that we talk about all the time now, the coronavirus, the lockdown. How's that been treating you?
Well, very shortly, in my own mind, I made a decision. I'm not going to let it get me down. So, truth to be, I've lost about 5 kilos in exercise and that.
Good.
I made it a point every day of walking at least for an hour, even if it was up and down the driveway, watching my diet. So, obviously, it was very hard for all of us. We are very privileged. It always gets to me, the people that are really suffering. But as I say, it's a bad situation. I decided just to make the most of it.
Oh, fantastic. That's nice. Well, you are looking in shape. As one of Africa's leading boxing promoters, what did it feel like when the news was announced in March? We were about to do a show. When I say we, Golden Gloves, you were about to do a show on the 21st of March. And the lockdown was on the 26th of March, like 5 days later. So for obvious reasons, the show was cancelled on the 21st of March, the final with Boyd Allen and Brandon Taser. And of course, a fantastic undercard with Sebastian Rothmans, Jabulani McKenzie, and Ricardo Malajika, and the list goes on. What did it feel like to you as one of the top boxing promoters ever from Africa to know that you can't do a show?
Well, you know, at the time, and I think that we all felt the same, I don't think anybody really realised the full implications of this virus. And in reality, I thought it would be for a month or 6 weeks. So it didn't really affect me that much at the time. I just thought, well, a month or two later, we'd do the show. But a year's gone by, and we've all basically lost a year. So it's been terrible.
Yeah, basically lost a year. And then, of course, you had on the 28th of March as well, Rowan Campbell was going to fight for a world title in Germany. And I mean, the list must have just gone on and on for you. There
Kevin
was
Arena was due to fight as well.
That's right, I was going to mention Kevin Arena as well.
You know, and as I sit here with you, that is the problem. I mean, we've all got the problem with these poor boxers. I mean, the income that they've lost, and the older fighters, they've lost a year of their lives. So it's very, very hard.
Yes. Well, 2020 obviously been a bad year for all of us, all us boxing people. And I'm sure 2021 is going to be much better for us already.
Well, it can't be worse.
It can never be worse, yeah. So then let's go straight into it. The 10th of October now, they've opened boxing gyms, they've opened boxing. We're all very excited as boxing people. Everybody that I talk to out there in the streets says they can't wait for the next boxing show. Golden Gloves is doing a great show on the 10th of October, your first show. Tell us about that show.
Well, let me preface it that first of all, whatever I say is subject to ministerial approval to the tournament taking place. You know, BSA, Cindy Nkrumah, the acting CEO, has put forward a proposal to the minister, and I might add, it's a brilliant proposal she's put forward. So obviously we're very bullish that it will go through and be approved. But unfortunately, there are two, as I understand, the medical requirements and all these safeguards are absolutely essential. But having said that, there's two aspects of tournaments going forward which are very detrimental to the promoter particularly. First is there will be no live gate, which is a great loss of income.
For sure.
Secondly, there is almost certainly has to be eco-isolation for a period before an event, which again is going to be a great expense to a promoter, because not only the boxer and their camps, but everybody that will be allowed admission into the arena for the tournament will have to eco-isolate at the promoter's expense. So the cost is going to be prohibitive. But the one thing that we've taken a decision, irrespective of the cost and irrespective of the financial implications, the caliber of show that we will do will be what Supersport viewers have been accustomed to in the past. The one unfortunate aspect is because of the eco-isolation before a tournament, it's not possible to do what is top of my list, and that is a 10-fight tournament for the up-and-coming fighters. And that will just have to go on the back burner for a while, but as soon as we are able to, that will be my first priority. Having said all that, well, the tournament we have earmarked for the 10th of October is an outstanding tournament. It's what we were going to do. Top of the list, obviously, is the final, the long-awaited final of the Ford War, which is Boyd Allen and
Brandon
Taser. And of course, there's a magnificent ring waiting for the winner. Then, who I regard as one of the best prospects I've seen in South Africa for many years, a real prospect, Jabulani McKenzie, will be defending his Pan-African title.
And he's undefeated.
Undefeated against Eric Kapia.
Fantastic.
We also, because of the fighters being so inactive, we've actually opted onto the tournament now, the first of the cruiserweight last man standing, and that will be Akani Fuzi, another outstanding prospect, against Chris Thompson.
Excellent fight.
And then, of course, to start the evenings, I'll call it festivities because that's what it is, we will have the wooden spoon of the Ford War between Knapp and Truter. So it's an outstanding tournament to look forward to. And we've also made application for the 12th of December, where the very much talked about, I don't want to talk about it now, but that will be headed by Rainer Liebenberg and Ryan Campbell. So that, again, subject to ministerial approval, that will happen on the 10th of October at Empress Palace, and obviously live on your channel of your World of Champions.
Fantastic. Well, you've heard it from our promoter, Rodney Berman. 10th of October, look out for it, and the 12th of December. Rod, and of course, Golden Gloves is Golden Boy Kevin Lerena. When can we see him in action again?
Well, unfortunately, you know, we've got great plans for Kevin, and he is our Golden Boy. The problem that arises with him, unfortunately, there's nobody in South Africa that I could even put him in with as a warm-up fight. There's nobody in his caliber. The other aspect is because of international travel, I don't know when it's going to open up. So we are trying to do whatever we can to get him a fight overseas this year, but it's going to depend on other countries opening up and international travel. So it's a bit premature.
Fantastic. Thank you all. Rodney Berman, thank you very much.
Nice to see you again.
We look forward to great shows at Golden Gloves again. Myself as a boxing fanatic, and of course Golden Gloves promoter, CEO Rodney Berman. We look forward to fantastic shows on the 10th of October, Empress Palace, and the 12th of December as well. Rowan Campbell and Rainer Liebenberg. That's a huge local is lekker fight on the 12th of December. And then of course we've got the final of the Ford War on the 10th of October, and Kevin Lerena will definitely be fighting sometime later this year or early next year. We look forward to having boxing back on TV. We'll see you on SuperSport. Thank you.